What's up, Sleuths Army? And today we are here at Bowling Hall. We've come for a couple of days of spooky exploration. We've got Pinky behind the camera currently, and the oldest parts of Bowling Hall were from the 14th century. Now, there's been multiple reports of ghosts, in particular a weeping woman who, in the history books, has been credited as being responsible for Bradford surviving an invasion with minimal deaths. But we're looking forward to getting in there, seeing what there is to see, so we'll see what there is inside. Alright guys, so we are in the self-proclaimed ghost room. As you can see behind me, there is a extravagant four-poster bed, and the story goes that the Earl of Newcastle was coming to invade during the siege of Bradford, and that he had stated because Bradford had failed to fall in line, he was going to kill every man, woman and child, much like Anakin did to the Sand people. So he was having a nice sleep in this bed when all of a sudden he felt the covers being pulled off him, and being woken by that, he looked to the end of the bed and there was a weeping woman stood looking at him, and she sobbed, "Pity poor Bradford," which caused a change of heart. And the next day only 10 deaths were recorded from the siege of Bradford. However, it is noted here that people now think he may have made up the story of the ghost, as he didn't actually want to kill innocent men, women and children that hadn't done anything wrong, but wanted to avoid appearing cowardly in front of his men. So there have been multiple sightings since, apparently, if he didn't make it up. So, you know, there's going to be some creepy vibes in this room. What's up, Sleuths Army? And we have arrived at the Midland Hotel. So this will be our rest for the night. You know, we're gonna stay in this executive suite and just see if we notice anything strange, as there's been a lot of reports from various parts of this building of various ghosts over the years, of guests staying and reporting strange happenings and apparitions. So we have prepared for our trip. We have a reader, so if we get any changes, then it'll go up in scale depending on the severity of the change and how near. We've got our temperature gun so that we can make sure that there's no changes. As you can see right now, sitting at around 25 to 26 degrees Celsius. We have our voice recorder, it's good quality. We have tested it so that if anything is picked up while it's recording, we'll be able to listen back, decipher it, put it on and enhance it in something else. And then in a couple of spots around the room, we do have some light sensors. So that if anything passes in front, any change in the lighting, blocks of lighting, or you know, a change in the rays hitting the sensors, then it will light up and let us know that something has moved around the room. We've placed them strategically so that we will not affect them when we are sat on the bed. But we just wanted to give you a little introduction here as to where we are, what to expect, and we will give a bit more insight into some of the sightings and the happenings when it gets, a little more spooky. The vibes kind of pick up a little bit later on. Bowling Hall.
We were at Bowling Hall, yeah.
Which has, from being a manor house, been converted into a museum. Talking about the history of the place, and we were brought out here because we're hitting a couple of locations for some ghosts, supposedly. So what brought us to Bowling Hall was the tales of the Weeping Woman. So we went over that. We saw the room that she supposedly appeared in. The video we've got from there seems a bit creepier than it is, because you can hear the floor creaking, because it's an old house. You can hear the floor creaking as I'm like shifting my weight from foot to foot as I'm talking to the camera. But I didn't feel any change in anything. We didn't see anything. There was also a story of the industrialist.
Yes, so there
was it Richard Oust?
Richard Ostler?
Ostler.
Oastler.
We'll go with Ostler.
Yeah.
Who got into an argument with the son of the current proprietor of the manor house at the time.
Yeah.
And basically it was a discussion about the afterlife and whether it existed, whether ghosts were a thing, and Ostler said that he would he would return and prove essentially that the afterlife did exist, and the story goes that at the exact moment of his death he appeared back in the manor house. Which I think is strange, because how could it be the exact moment of his death?
So literally, as he went, he appeared.
He went, in the other place.
I don't know. I guess that. With the idea that time works differently or something. However, time can't work that differently, because the other times that he has been seen, he's been seen multiple times since.
The anniversary.
It's always on the
his
anniversary.
Death. Now, so, I think it's interesting because it's it sounds like a cliche quote, but time is a construct of man. Right? Time doesn't exist, really. It's a label we've
hours,
given.
Minutes.
Yeah. The spinning of the axis of the planet. Time doesn't exist like that to anyone else. There's, there is definitive changes of season. You look at animals' breeding season, it's always around the same time of year, depending on the animal. But yeah, so the idea of him being able to die and then instantly appear at this place to prove the afterlife. So that defies the logic of time, but then appearing on the anniversary.
It is live, Spesh. It is live.
It is.
Did know it.
But yeah, so that I think is,
Yeah, like Papa says, things do grow and decay, but we invented
the time
aspect.
Yeah. But yo, Spesh, how you doing? How is everybody doing? So that brought us to Bowling Hall. We had a little wander around the grounds, didn't we?
It was really nice, actually.
The grounds are really something.
So the people that owned Bowling Hall, despite the fact that it is quite a large manor house, I would show you pictures of it, but my phone is currently charging, so I'll show you later. It doesn't have massive grounds, really. Apparently they were not particularly wealthy.
No, they did some little cheat tricks.
Yeah, like cheat tricks on the furniture and things to make them look older than they were.
It was made out of beech wood, but they painted it black so that it looked like japanned wood.
Yeah. So the grounds aren't massive, but there is like a park opposite where the grounds were that we think possibly was part of it. But it was nice.
And
there was some houses
there that obviously weren't there at the time, and there's one wall left of what looks like a guest house or something on the ground. So it was a decent size. You know, we saw like the pantries, the dining room, the kitchens, the bedrooms. There were some rooms you couldn't get into because there's still lingering COVID measures, but there were 2 wells which like either side of the house. That like either side of the house there was a well each side, but none of them had the support for a throw of rope for the bucket, so that was a little bit strange. And we do think we saw the lids to cover the wells, don't we?
Yes, we did.
Because using a measuring app, we figured out that it would actually fit.
Attic and cellar. So there was a way to get up a spiral staircase, but it was shut off.
Yeah, so there was a room up that stone staircase, wasn't there? And then it said the Lord's chamber was at the very top, but that was cordoned off. And there was mention of the wine cellar under the stairs, wasn't there?
Yeah, which again was, well, it was
the
just
door
a
was
door,
shut.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
It wasn't like, it didn't say it was cut.
because like the butler's pantry got converted into the toilets and things.
So I think that was, I think because of COVID we couldn't go and see absolutely everything in there, but still, it was pretty good. We obviously weren't going around with all our like equipment and things.
Yeah, we shot a little bit in the ground, and a little bit in the bedroom, but obviously there's people coming and going, so you can't linger too long. We are staying in the Midland Hotel. From the outside it is a grand looking hotel, it's very fancy inside. We are in an executive suite currently, apparently.
Apparently.
Even though all standard rooms in this place are meant to have AC, we've got no AC. There's a light that is trying to kill us because it keeps like flickering on and off, and the plug socket's falling out the wall. So, you know, we've set up.
If you see this light behind us at any point start flickering, please do not assume it is a ghost. It's not. It's faulty electrics. We've already checked.
I'm not gonna lie, you're a little distracted by angry Mickey Mouse. Do you not like my t-shirt? I think it's quite nice.
He is very angry though.
Yeah, he's not happy. Well, you know, Twitch allows shirtless male streams, so if that would be less distracting to you, then... But yeah, so we'd set up some equipment because we knew we were going to be going out. So we've got an AMF. We've got a temperature gauge.
It is flickering actually. Just putting this out there. It was going up then.
Yeah, it did. It's okay. That's bizarre.
It wasn't doing that before. So we've checked multiple times.
A walk-in when we first came in, and a walk-through when we first came back. This IRL Faz? Yes. He's got quite the intense stare. Yeah, but he is looking up and that way. But yeah, so we set up some equipment. We've got some motion sense lights. That one won't go off because of the bathroom light.
But the thing is, neither is that one now. What is happening?
There you go. When I leaned forward, it went through.
But you weren't leaning forward before.
I know. So we've got them. We've got the temperature gun, and we've got the voice recorder.
What is it called?
It's a voice recorder.
I don't know, but it's got a name.
Is it EVP or something?
EVP. So we set this up. So, bit of history about the Midland Hotel. So this hotel was built in the
1880s.
Yeah.
Mid 1880s.
And has obviously, as most old buildings have, got a reputation for being haunted. So hence why we're staying here.
We will preface this by saying we are skeptic.
Extremely.
Like we just find it fun to use these kind of things and to, you know, do it properly to the people that would talk about it.
Do we have salt? No.
We have sugar. Don't know
That's
the
not
difference.
good, is it?
Don't know the difference. We'll just go, this is salt, wait up.
We should have brought some of them little
We have a
salt
Bible.
packets. We do have a Bible, actually.
Not that we brought. I don't have a Bible. It's just in every hotel.
Holy Bible.
You went on too long in the midnight sea. So, our Bible from the drawer.
Placed by the Gideons. Who are the Gideons?
I don't know.
Why do they go around placing things?
Placing Bibles everywhere. I think they're just littering. It's great. But yeah, so it was built mid-1880s.
Yeah. So what? Anyway, so it's got a reputation for being haunted. So I kind of want to get this out of the way right now because I want to be playing this while we're streaming. So this is our voice recorder. So as we left, we set this up. I put it down over on the table over there, and I only turned it off obviously when we came back in.
About 2.5 hours later.
We're about 20 minutes in.
And we've heard what sounded like someone entering the room through the door. We heard some rustling, some stuff moving, but then we kept hearing like scraping, like, you know, the rustling kind of noise, as if someone was moving a mic, as if the recorder was being picked up and looked at.
Yeah.
So that was a bit weird.
You might not be able to hear a lot from this, but I am gonna just be playing it through the stream. That's
we'll
what I want.
Highlight anything if we hear anything while we're streaming.
I'm gonna pop it there. So if you can hear like a scratchy noise,
it's the recorder.
it's the recorder.
Right. So we decided we were going to kick off our trip here in this hotel because there's a couple of other areas that we're checking out, like the place we went today. Sounds like someone moving it.
So that is actually, if you can hear that, I don't know if you guys can hear it, it's actually the voice recorder.
Yeah, it's like...
That scratchy noise is not our signal breaking up or anything like that, it's the voice recorder. It will be fine for ages and then randomly it sounds like somebody's moving it along the table. You can. Right?
Could be a
You
rat.
may hear traffic noise as well, that's because we have the window open, so we're completely disregarding any kind of like
beep,
rushing noise, voices.
Clear distant voices, just someone outside. Because we're on the first floor.
Don't say it could be a rat. Why would you say that?
Trust me, if there were a rat in here, you'd see it because it's barren.
Yeah.
Is this room?
It's executive suite.
But yeah, so we thought we'd kick it off with this trip. You know, it's relatively
Close.
near to us, so it seemed like a good shout. So it is a grand building. It is quite large. We're on the first floor, but I think there is about 4 or 5 floors. So there is a lot of rooms, a lot of people here. Yeah, and it had some of the finest Victorian interiors in Bradford, and it still has some of the original interiors, such as...
To be fair, I've yet to see the Victorian passageway.
Yeah, wherever the Victorian passageway is, we haven't seen it yet. We might see it when we're wandering around later.
Google actually and find out exactly on what floor.
But there's a lot of boardrooms, ballrooms, all that kind of thing, all standard stuff.
Did you say ballroom?
Yeah, it's like a school disco room.
With a chandelier.
Yeah. The chandelier is they're hoping that's going to sell it to you, honestly. The hotel has had many famous guests.
The lobby is nice, yeah.
Yeah,
With
the
the
lobby is
staircase
nice.
and things, it looks very good.
Such as Laurel and Hardy, Paul Robeson, the Beatles, Rolling Stones, you know,
George Formby.
and George Formby.
When I'm cleaning windows. Shush.
Like that.
Possibly a truck outside. Does nobody know who George Formby is?
And a lot of past prime ministers.
They're not going to take over the world. You need to just calm yourself.
But yeah, so, you know, it had quite a prestigious reputation, which is probably partly due to its location, in that it is a 10-minute walk away from the train station, from like the rail station, and it is It's in the city centre.
Yeah.
It is right. Like you cross the street either way, and you're wandering through the city centre. So, you know,
for what that's worth.
Yeah, it garnered a lot of attention. It's clear to say. Do you want to introduce the hauntings?
So, George Formby, ukulele singer, comedian. Yeah, and he sang that right when I'm cleaning windows.
The window cleaning game had that song.
I'm gonna play you some George Formby later. Are you gonna be like?
Bedroom disco.
You're gonna be like. I'm sorry. I think you mean Executive Suite Disco.
Executive Suite Bedroom Disco.
Are you gonna be like, yeah, that is that my rendition?
I have no idea what you're talking about, especially.
It's dodgy. It's a really dodgy song actually, because it's on about what you can see when he's cleaning windows and the things that it comes across. Yeah, it's quite a dodgy song. Anyway.
The hauntings.
So, there is a rumour. I guess it's a rumour, right? Hearsay. That the Midland Hotel is haunted by a gentleman ghost who is the ghost of Sir Henry Irving. He was an English actor who was born back in 1838. And he formed his own theatre company down south in London, at the Lyceum Theatre in 1878. Now, I had no idea who this person was. Like, when I was reading it, I was just like doing the research for this, and I'm like, okay, yeah, some old English actor, alright. This is where I became interested. His best friend was Bram Stoker. That's someone outside. That's okay.
Hopefully.
That was quite scary.
You're hearing kids laughing all of a sudden.
Hey TJ. Yeah, so his best friend was Bram Stoker, who I'm sure all of you know was the writer of Dracula. And Bram actually became Irving's business manager. And it is said that Irving is the inspiration for the actual character of Dracula, like how he behaves.
I thought that was Vladimir Bill.
So I guess the story of it, in terms of there being this old vampire or whatever, I guess he's meant to be descended from that. But the actual character, how he behaves, his mannerisms and things are supposed to be, because from what I read, Bram idolised him and he didn't really reciprocate. Like he was quite a cold person. So I guess that kind of hypnotising aspect of Dracula maybe. So on the 13th of October 1905, Irving was actually performing at the Bradford Theatre, which is not far away at all from where we are now. And he was in the middle of, at the end of his character's death scene. So he just finished the death scene when he had a stroke on stage, and for some reason in 1905 they didn't go, my lord, he's obviously having a medical emergency, let's take him to a hospital, I've got the doctor here ASAP. They went, let's take him back to the hotel that he's staying at.
To the lobby of the Midland Hotel. Which straight away I'm going, that seems a bit contrived.
It's just a little bit bizarre. And he came back to the lobby of the hotel that we are in now, and within a couple of hours had passed away. Interestingly, his last words, because he was doing the death scene of his character, his last words were actually the dying words of the character that he was playing. And he said, into thy hands, O Lord, into thy hands. And then had a stroke and died a couple of hours later. Didn't speak again after that. No.
Unlike this fella.
Unlike this thing who's now wanting to do that. I found it kind of weird that apparently he was sitting in a chair in the lobby, and the chair that he died in is now in one of the gentlemen's clubs that's down in London, the Garrick Club.
That's a weird
That's weird, right?
Yeah, that's bizarre.
And a bitey person, perhaps? Yes, maybe. Maybe like nomming on things. So he has actually been sighted here both in the hallways and the lobby, and in the room that he was staying in when he died. I couldn't actually find the room number though. And he typically doesn't present in, like, you wouldn't look at him and go, that's a man. He presents in quite a shadowy, misty form of smoke, generally.
Well, we
Could
can
just be smoke.
definitely be having a look for him later. Could have a wander in the hallways and see what's going on, check the other floors, and see if we can find some smoke. The only smoke we've found so far is from a...
I'm not touching that. That is on the table. I haven't, it's like, I can't put it in your view, but it's on the table. I leaned forward, I put it on the table, I haven't touched it since.
Basically, when they're jumping between the planes, appearing in our plane and the... That just coordinated.
Did that coordinate?
That spikes as that rustled. But I need to get through this point, I'm never going to get through it. So, as they're switching between the ethereal plane and ours to have a presence in ours, they give off an electrical impulse. So they have an electromagnetic field which is based on the electrons around the atoms, which this is is detecting that EMF, that electromagnetic field. So when it picks up more energy fluctuations, it goes higher. So there's 5 tiers of it. Red means there's a massive concentration of energy in that area.
So in theory, if there was a
it
ghost,
coordinated.
if there was a ghost, say, stood in the corner of the room, we might have it green over. So say it was in that corner, it would be green over here, and as we get closer, it would be going amber, red. In theory,
it coordinated. I told you.
It coordinate. Can we? Oh, it's probably too late to click that
We
now.
can go back through it. It was like hour 8 minutes.
Yeah. Have we got enough time for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
I'm going to
so
clip that for the.
so that's what this is detecting here, and we've got the voice recorder on the table and our temperature gauge.
So it's always going to be picking something up because there's always electricity in the air, right? So there's his
it's always on
phone
green.
right there. There is the recorder there, even though that's obviously on battery.
So it can't be just equipment doing it. Well, no, because
Not going to that level.
no, because phones and things are so efficient now that they have very little wasted energy.
Mm-hmm.
And most of their energy is actually converted from electric to heat as your phone heats up because it's being used, sound or anything like that. So it's unlikely it would emit electrical energy because otherwise it'd electrocute you when you try to use it.
I mean, to be fair, we need to check that bloody light switch, and I bet that's giving off loads of energy.
It probably is, to be honest, and with its stupid prongs that aren't safe for domestic use.
Yeah.
What am I getting? I'll turn this lamp off. You said you wanted to turn.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, I don't know if we're down to this. I'm thinking, you're like an old man. There's an old man in the room. He might be watching me sleep. If we dim the light, so you might not be able to see us very well. But then potentially we. Oh my god! It just went up quite a lot then, right?
Oh my god.
We can then maybe do like a mini seance. Basically, we can call out to this guy that I've forgotten his name of, which is probably quite rude. I apologise.
Don't offend him. My man.
What's his name?
It's vibing. No, but everyone else is too.
Oh, careful with that lamp.
I'm just going to turn the plug socket off.
No, don't touch the plug socket.
Why?
Because that's the dodgy
I
bit.
can't tell. Oh, does the thing actually work? Oh, yeah. Ooh!
Oh, guys. Oh, are you freaked out? That is blinding the heck out of me.
Oh,
No, go under. Go under.
I've got long legs.
Okay, what I'm also going to do is move back a little bit because I'm going to try and get out of the range of the...
I don't want to blind the stream. That's fine.
Oh, God.
That's mood lighting, that, isn't it?
It's some mood lighting.
Because it's bouncing off the wood.
Got a Ouija board. I also looked at a Ouija board.
Don't.
But they were created by Hasbro.
They were created by Hasbro. They were intended as a toy. Look at the spooky moonlight.
But you know what I did look at? You can't see me. I don't know what I'm
Monopoly?
pointing. No, I looked at like what is it called with the crystal?
It's glass
Divination or
glass
whatever.
divination, yeah.
I did look at a thing with like a pendulum that was like it could say yes,
No, yeah.
whatever.
Did
Okay.
they use them for earthquakes?
Why would they use them for earthquakes?
No, the needles with the sand. They use them to measure earthquakes.
Oh, like a
'Cause
seismometer.
Yeah, because it moves the needle and they draw patterns and stuff.
Although I would love a Luigi board. Can Mario and Luigi board?
Where Mario?
Okay, he's got.
Bruh, do you want to stop? Do you want to start a new recording maybe?
Right, yes.
Will it save this one or?
You see, and it didn't go at the end, did it?
No.
So it isn't just when we get a lot of noise from the thing that somehow
Corrupting
is
it.
kicking it off.
No, because it hasn't done it every time, but that one time it spiked to 5 in quad.
So we also have two, what are they called?
Motion
Sensor lights set up. There's one in the bathroom and there's one behind the camera. Quite a way, like across the room. How many meters would you say that is?
From me right now, probably
Yeah.
about 8 meters.
Is it? No.
4
That's
meters
lovely.
actually. From here,
Yeah.
not from my toes. I'm trying to angle this just.
It's not moving now? Yeah, so it's not the...
No, but the sensor just came on.
Probably because of the light
What's
changed.
shining at it?
Yeah.
Right, we'll leave it there. For now, unless it interrupts our sensor, in which case I'll have to point it down again, but you can just see me a little bit better. To be fair, I can see it out on my peripheral. I'll just sit with one eye open.
You guys checking for ghost orbs too? Well, we will later probably. I put very little
Faith in orbs.
stock into orbs because of the fact that it most of the time
Little bit
is dust. We've proven this before with other recordings that we've done. The potato has returned. Welcome back. You've missed quite a lot.
Got some good discussions.
You missed some good discussions. You missed the
EMF going mental.
EMF going a little bit crazy. And that crazy loud noise as well. That very much sounded like someone moved it. But it is worth saying that when we came back in, it hadn't moved. It was where I put it. But I probably should have put something around it so I knew.
Yeah, it was upside down on the thing.
Was it?
Yeah, it was upside down on there. It was face down, screen down.
You sure?
Yep, 100%.
Okay, so someone had moved it. Because I put it face up.
I thought you put it face down. It was definitely face down. I'm absolutely certain.
I put it face up because I didn't want the buttons to be pressed.
Well, it was face down.
Interesting. No, you would have to watch the VOD. You'd have to catch up on the VOD for that. Okay, so we're doing like a bit of a mini seance now. As you can tell, we've dimmed the mood. We've got the mood lighting. It's actually quite bright for us in here, but you guys are gonna struggle to see.
Yeah, these lights are pretty blinding.
Maybe push them either forward or back.
I just didn't want it shining directly. I suppose it doesn't really matter too much, does it?
Actually,
Oh.
yeah. Is that okay, or is that blinding people? Tell us how it looks for you guys. In fact, sing song.
Sing song?
Did we sing? Do you know I've got the memory of goldfish.
No, we didn't sing.
Did we?
No. If I were going to sing, I'd have burst in some Valhalla calling when I were on about Vikings. Could it be a cleaner? Well, we put Do Not Disturb on the door.
And nothing has changed in the room.
And it'd be weird for a cleaner to
Clean before we've even been here.
or pick up the voice recorder. I'm not sure. It could be. If they ignored our Do Not Disturb.
What makes me think it's possibly not is there isn't enough noise. It's like there isn't enough noise for it to be somebody moving around. Like if you think about at the start of the recording when
You
it was
can
you and
hear
me
us,
moving
yeah.
around, You can hear people walking, you can hear me picking my bag up and stuff from over here. And you don't really get that. It is just as if it's somebody just shoving the recorder.
Or just messing about with it.
Just moving it a little bit.
Very strange.
But if the lighting is okay and it's not blinding the stream or causing a problem, then I reckon you just do some calling out. Just call out. Your stream, your call out.
So we're gonna pretty much prove here for ourselves that what was he called?
Sir Henry. See, I was thinking that and possibly his last words, maybe.
We're gonna pretty much prove that the rumours of Sir Henry Irving are not apparent on this night. Of course, we can't say he was never here because we haven't been here the entire time.
That's true.
But we're gonna lay this little bit to rest. I would have thought.
We are going to as well be wandering downstairs at some point, hopefully getting a little bit of recording, but that will be on the thing.
Yeah, we'll get a little bit of recording. We'll probably have a wander up the other floors.
If you take your bag with you, then you can take the EMP.
Yeah, and we'll go through the different floors and have a look, just so we can say we've checked everywhere, we've seen it all. But if there is a Sir Henry Irving anywhere in this room, we have several ways for you to make yourself known, so get on that.
Get on that?
Okay, that will wait.
What?
The EMF just went up.
Did it?
Chat, did the EMF go up then, or was it just a trick of the screen glare? Because obviously I've got so many different lights and screens going on. I thought it went up by a stage, but I could be wrong. How's our temperature? We're still at about 25.
22, but it has got later. The sun's gone away.
Could get a bit cooler, yeah.
It's going to get cooler. Did it move, guys? I was looking at the temperature. I was so distracted.
I thought I'd seen a little something.
Little something.
Sounds like a ghostly hotline. Listen, Sir Henry Irving, if you're looking for a good time,
do not watch us in our sleep.
Then you didn't see.
You didn't see. Watch someone else in a different room. They would love it, I'm sure. Some people like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We are not one of them.
It has flickered.
It has flickered.
See, I thought it did.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna attempt to confirm again. So we're just gonna keep it simple and we're just gonna say Sir Henry Irving, if you are still lingering here. Bruh.
If you're still lingering here, bruh. He's like,
you gotta bring a bit of the Bradford vibe. He'll know what I'm on about. That definitely...
He's from London. Yeah, that definitely moved, right?
That was something. We got a little something.
Something.
Well, he's not going to sound like that, is he?
Oh, no.
Alright. It's third time the charm. If it does it again on the same thing, then I reckon it's been rigged.
Rigged?
Yeah. Wow. It
did move.
That was something there, wasn't it? Alright.
And I'm literally not touching it. I'm nowhere near it.
This is how close my feet are. I'm miles away. I couldn't even kick it if I wanted to. I thought it was beeping then. Alright.
It might be a car.
Sir Henry Irving, if you are anywhere nearby, can you attempt to make your presence known towards the end of the bed? Just near our little meter with the light on. Just so that we know that...
It did it again, right?
Just so that we know that we are connecting to you, and we are feeling your presence. I'm a little bit weirded out, not gonna lie. Alright. Chat.
That's so nice. The thing is, I do feel a bit. Maybe not. I feel a bit cooler. It went to 3. Did it go to 3?
At least. So what's weird is, chat. We're just gonna level for a second here. I've done 3 walk rounds before we started the stream. Didn't get anything at any point.
It didn't move at all.
No, not even to 2 dots. Not even for a second. We've been streaming for 2 hours, I think.
No, not yet.
Oh no, and we've been streaming an hour 23 even. I could see the 2. We're streaming an hour 23. And it didn't do anything. Right? It was up here, didn't really do anything. We moved it there, we got a little something. And now we dim the lights, we start trying to connect with the ethereal plane. And straight away, we're calling out 3 times.
Yeah, it's not doing anything now either.
3 times on the bounce, we get a response.
Is it doing anything now?
No. It is super obvious even when it goes to 2 dots. 3 times on the bounce we get a response. That's weird, isn't it?
What do we feel? What are we feeling, chat? What are we...
Yeah, let's just take a moment to let anything die down. You know, a little reset. And we'll just gather your thoughts on it.
You know what would be interesting to see, actually? Is when you said that and the light changed, if we got anything on
the
recording, because that recording has not moved. The recording device
it's
has
on the
stayed
Bible
there.
still.
So even if we get the same pushy noise,
his opinion. maybe it won't get anything on the recording because it's on the Bible.
so is the EVP.
No, that's true.
EVP? Yeah. No.
No.
EMP. No. What is it called?
EMF.
EMF.
I don't think the Bible would really affect it. That was interesting to get reading straight away.
Maybe I do like Papa's idea of asking it if it's friendly. That is nice from outside.
I am a little bit.
Are you cooler?
I think the evening's just
Yeah,
cooling a
just
little bit, honestly. I'm not cool to the point where I would call it bizarre how quickly.
Yeah, that is a good point as well. Because I just think about the play and things like that. I can't actually check what the name of the play was. It was originally, and I should have written that down.
But yeah, I was kind of expecting nothing. That is interesting to me, honestly.
What I am glad about is that the light is now not registering when we're moving. So if that light now comes on, well, I'm glad that I'm not, because if that light now comes on, I may just yeet myself out the window.
Yeah, but you'll end up laying on balcony. Going, well, this wasn't the plan.
That is true. So at least I wouldn't fall to my death. Some ghosts only hunt me here alone. Well, thankfully, I could go into a different room, I guess.
No. But yeah. Alright. We're ready to carry on, chat? Are we feeling good?
I think Pap's come up with some good ideas about maybe recite his last words and say encore, give him an applause. Yes, that actually is one thing that I've read, that he has shown himself before where people have
been applauding.
Right.
Sir Henry Irving. We are contacting again, if you will entertain us at this current time. I would like to remind you of the brilliant job you did at the end of the play, especially the conviction into which you spoke the words, "Into thy hands, O Lord, into thy hands." I personally felt that was a brilliant ending to your play, and I do believe that we are.
Good job, Sir Henry. Good job.
We are in the place you spent your stay here in Bradford.
I think, you know, an encore is definitely possibly one of the best actors of your generation. Absolutely. Encore, good sir, encore, and then applause.
Very impressed by your acting. I'm actually an avid drama enthusiast myself.
That is true. You do like your drama, don't you?
I do. So Sir Henry Irving.
Again, as you were saying that then, it went up again.
So Sir Henry Irving, if you could just give us some sort of sign, if you're not perturbed by our presence here, and our
Survival will be like, we'll leave it.
And our attempt to contact you. If you are, we've got a little flash there.
Oh, did that go up to 3 people? Oh!
We appreciate
5 poppers. Woo! Everybody in our chat is cheering you, Sir Henry Irving. Oh, that is oh, and I know that he did do some Shakespeare. Thank you for the bits.
It doesn't tell us how many, but it's a beautiful amount. All party popping off for this EMF pop off.
I'm scared to.
Would you like to attempt to?
Oh yeah, because I'm not an actor, am I? So I can't say the name of the play, can I? Is it not just actors that are not allowed to say the name of the play?
Your Spesh, thank you for the extra bitties. Rain them upon my face.
Thank you for the extra bitties that rain them up on my face.
Well, it worked.
So it flickers. It seems to flicker when we say his name.
I'm going to take them bitties and put them in and around my mouth.
Like people's toes.
Well, did you know anything? Fingers, toes, hair.
Hair?
You're going to take what you can get?
For Sir
Sir
Henry. Sir Henry Irving. Are you here? If you can move the lights at the end of the bed or make your presence known in another way. Like that. Yep, like that. That's fine.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much. Whoa.
100, 200, 400 bits for Henna's there.
Thank you, Sir Henry.
You're getting us all the bits. Your Spesh. The support has been. It's probably wonders what I've got in my hand, to be honest. It is cold over there.
I'm 10. All out. Oh, thank you.
You didn't have to use them on me, but I truly appreciate you giving us those support.
Quote that? I can't even remember what the quote was, to be fair. If you write the quote in the chat, I will add it after the
21 degrees. It just dropped
So 0 is freezing though, isn't it? Yeah, that's a good question.
Fire away.
Why am I having to ask?
Because I did the first lot.
So
I'm just
Henry,
going to say it with conviction.
if you are here, how did you feel about your final performance? I thought it was wonderful. I don't know about you.
I was enthralled.
See, we're not necessarily going to know until we listen back to the... If
You
I
really-
hear a voice
You really killed
when
that
I
role.
listen back to that thing, I'm scared.
You really put your heart into that one.
What is it? think we didn't really get anything from that. Is it only when we say the name?
Sir Henry Irving.
He's sodded off. He's gone. He's like, I've had enough. That's enough.
Sir Henry Irving, we would appreciate if you would give us a little bit more time to speak with you. We understand that you've met a great many people in this hotel, and your interactions, perhaps if you were trying to interact with them, they may not have responded, and the issue there could have been.
Oh yeah, we could do a whole 1 blink, 2 blink thing.
Like, the issue, if you've struggled to interact with people, you can interact with us in multiple ways. The lights on the desk, we do potentially have the capability to hear your voice at a later date. We have some sensors for you to make your exact location known.
I kind of don't want to ask this, but if you can see the white boxes that are on the desk over there or in the bathroom, if you stand in front of them, it should light up. And we will know that you're here.
It flicked.
What?
The
Light?
EMF.
Oh, I think that. Oh my god. So what's the most it's gone up to while we've been talking?
I've seen at least 3.
Is 3 the highest that it's gone up to? Oh. I only caught the back end of that, but I think that went up to 3 again, didn't it?
So, Sir Henry Irving, we were just wondering if you could give us a sign to know what state you are in. So we'll say if you can raise the meter to 3 or higher, we'll take it that you understand your fate and what happened to you after your play.
Somebody legitimately sounds like they're dying outside.
How many green lights are there?
I think there's 2 green.
There's 2 green, 1 yellow, 1 orange, and 1 red.
Yeah. I could maybe move it a little bit closer to chat. Okay, that light came on because of me. Is that better? Okay, so bear in mind that I did just move that, so when we listen to the recording, there's going to be a whole load of noise at that moment.
You've seen it get to 3?
It just blinked for 3 on the
That
light.
Oh, it's you.
That's me, because I moved.
Because that light just came on, I was like, what? So, Sir Henry Irving, if we could ask that you stand centrally in the room, at the bottom of the bed if possible, just so that we can confirm that you are still communicating with us and that we're still having contact with you. We have, that's cold. We've got multiple ways to communicate with you, but the easiest is the box on the table. If you can see that and feel the energy coming off that. I might be wrong, but I thought earlier there were 4 lights.
So if there were... Can't remember
That's
the
orange,
colours again.
I think.
Oh! Sorry mate, I might be getting your... Yeah, so if there were 4, it would have gone up to like an orange light. Okay, the light in there just came on. Is that from me?
You're too far away. Is it on?
Yeah. I can't because you're plugged in, but the light that we've set up, the Cure light, and it's just gone off. Did you see
I've
it?
just seen it go off.
Are you in the bathroom?
Hennas, would you perhaps want to go on the lash sometime, pick up some rather groovy ladies? I mean, that's the offer, isn't it?
Lisa Henry doesn't know which lights you mean.
There's a lot of lights going on.
Yeah, I suppose so. There are... I mean, we don't know if you can see the colour or anything.
Try again. Sir Henry Irving, are we communicating with you currently? Are you aware of our presence? And are you able to provide us with some confirmation that we are communicating effectively with you?
It does seem to be a thing of when you say his name. It does, because I saw it flicker then. I thought, turn all the lights off for a second. Yeah.
Oh yeah, move now. You move like you did and see if it turns on.
No, that one did.
No, the other one hasn't turned on.
If you turn up that light. No, lean forward. Yeah, it hasn't turned on. It
I mean, you're not going to be able to see anything on stream.
Oh, then it did.
Yeah, but how do we know that's you?
Oh,
Because you did that last time, and it didn't.
yeah, that is true. It seems to be very temperate. Oh, lordy. Okay, so we are now sat in the dark.
With just an EMF.
Yep, so the security, well not security light, but the motion sensor light has just turned off. The EMF has just flickered and is continuing to flicker.
Sir Henry Irving, if you were in this room, can you please make your presence felt through one of the multiple methods? The centre of the room is the easiest communication for us to know that we are connected to you and able to begin communication.
It's going on.
Sir Henry Irving, are we connected to you and able to communicate? There are multiple methods. If you pace the room or enter the room to my right, which is now a bathroom, then we'll be able to know whether you are here.
Yeah, could do.
Yeah, well, just do yeses 3 and above.
Yeah. So, Sir Henry Irving, we know that you're capable of making the box that is on the table with the lights on. We know you're capable of moving the lights. So, if you move... I just got really cold. If you move the lights to over 3...
Try burning up your 30 degrees.
I thought it was okay then.
No. Oh, yeah. In
30
fact, you're
is
30.
cold. If I'm 30 degrees, that's cold for a human.
Yeah, you're 30 degrees. You've been 35 all day. 35.7.
Okay, I've just got quite cold then.
The room is 23 degrees in general.
What should I be? What should my temperature be?
Except the bathroom, which is 21 degrees.
That would make sense though,
because we
had the thing on.
And it's tile, so.
If you can answer some questions for us, if you can make it flicker just 1 bar if it's a no, and if it is higher than that, then it's a yes.
We will introduce ourselves to you now. I am Sleuth, and I'm joined by the Pink Alpaca.
Hello.
We
are currently streaming this.
Yeah, we mean no harm. It is just us in this room with you, as far as we're aware. So, if you'd just be able to cause some movement on the meter in the centre of the room on the table. If you could get it to 3 and above for yes, or the second light for no. Were your... He's already said no.
I wasn't looking, I was looking at the chat.
Chat, I'm pretty sure he just said no, didn't he? Would you be able to just confirm?
It might be that you can't get it to...
You can't... Are you saying that you can't get it above 3 lights?
I mean, if we're saying that, then we're going to get it to 3 lights.
No, if you say no again, then we'll know you can't exude that much power to get it to the higher lights. But if you just be able to give us some sort of sign.
Are we still live?
Yeah.
It just went up. Was that 1 or did that go up to 3, guys? Not 1. Did it go up by 1 or did it go up by 2?
So, Sir Henry Irving, we believe that... Well, would we be correct in saying that the last words you spoke... That the last words you spoke were, "Into thy hands, O Lord, into thy hands." Is it correct to assume that those were the last words you remember speaking?
So guys...
After a play. No. They are not the last words you remember speaking.
So Sleuth took my temperature before and it was at 30 point what?
It was like 30.1.
He's just taken it again and it was at 33.
No. I'm getting a few flickers saying that those were not the last words.
I mean, it possibly is. That is possible that
you
like, the
remember
light
speaking.
is flickering when he's speaking, but we just can't hear it. So that's why it's fluctuating, because he's like your voice goes up and down.
So, Sir Henry Irving, would we be correct in saying that you were a well-renowned actor during your active theatrical period? If you use the box.
Listen back and he's talking on the thing on the door.
The box in the middle of the room to answer the question. Three lights for yes. 2 lights for no.
Maybe it's going away.
Sir Henry, are you still gracing us with your presence? Are you still in this room with us? Any activation will confirm whether you are still communicating with us or whether you have moved on. Over there's the coldest.
That's by the
Oh yeah, I'm going to say because everything else is 23. I think he might have gone away, chap.
window. Do you remember dying here, Sir Henry? Nothing, right? Pop the light back on so we're not sat in darkness like weirdos. Oh, my light takes like 5 years. Do the bloody light just now. Well, what do we make of that, chap?
What?
What do we make of that?
Yeah, what's your...
Shall we listen to the thing as well, actually?
We can do.
I just did the same movement again. It didn't come on. Was it not recording?
You can...
Oh no. It wasn't recording. It was lit up. It was lit up red. What's happening? It's deleted everything.
So chat, all our recordings, our practice recordings of everything have been deleted from our voice recorder.
Card error. So I don't know if you can see this. This had, you were literally listening to this recording.
So you know it worked.
So you know it worked. It was recording absolutely fine. And now if I try, where is the,
Now
apparently there's no card in there.
There is rumours that equipment can fry in the presence of the electromagnetic field of an ethereal being. That light just came on.
That was probably me winning.
Yeah, but it went off while you're still moving.
I am so baffled right now.
So
I'll try to turn it off and on again. The classic fix.
there is, you could argue there that through him you know, interacting with our...
And now, guys, it's working again.
With him interacting
I've
with
got the
our...
recording as well from the other one.
With our EMF, that it potentially damaged... It potentially damaged our equipment until we'd actually reset the equipment. Because cameras and things are known to conveniently cut out when trying to record a ghost and then revive later. It's just frozen.
It's just frozen again.
It's recording.
Yeah, but it's not. I stopped it and it should be saving.
So we fried our voice recorder and dipped.
Yeah. I don't know how to...
So guys, it looks as if he, you know, if there was anything in it, I mean, it could just be technology convenience.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. That's recording 1, recording 2, recording 3.
That should be it.
No, that's the first one.
I'm 36 degrees now, by the way. You're still 35.
Well, it can record.
Right, so what's happened here is we have the first test recording that we did when we first arrived. We have the 2-hour-long recording
that we
made when we were out eating. And we have lost the recording that we just made. It is showing as if there's a recording there.
But we can't.
But the recording is 0.000 seconds.
Very bizarre.
So what I will have to do with that is I'm going to have to hook it up to my laptop.
And see if we can...
And see if I can pull the file from it. That is kind of weird, no? Maybe he doesn't want to be recorded. Maybe.
It may have just been a collateral. You know, he didn't mean to fry it, but that's the way it's gone.
Maybe interfering something.
Strange that my phone wasn't affected.
Yeah, accidental. Yeah, possibly. I mean, it could be accidental. It's just really strange because it's like I don't really know why it would do that. Very, very bizarre. Because it was recording, because when I had it like that, I could see the red light. And...
Very strange.
It's gone.
Happenings.
Which is irritating, because at the time when we got that spike, and it was like the coincidental, like you just said his name, and then we, like, it... Oh no, that was the recording thing, that's a... Keep it next to you, maybe you touched it.
Yeah, it might have hit the recording when he tried to go near the EMF.
I'm pretty sure the EMF just went up again. Did the EMF just go up again?
Oh, I wasn't looking. If anyone could confirm. But yeah, so that was kind of strange. I was kind of expecting to just get no readings going up, no anything. It did almost seem like...
It just said yes.
It did go up a blip. Sir Henry Irving, have you returned to communicate with us? If you could make your...
Did you
presence
destroy
known.
my audio recorder? He said he did touch it. Did he?
I don't know. I wasn't looking, I was looking
Was that the timing? Did he say that he... Was that him saying he touched it? Well, you stopped the recording, bud. So we can't hear you.
Sir Henry
can't
Irving,
record
if you
you.
could just confirm if you're still here by interfering with the box on the table. Because we're just trying to get to know you a little bit better, try and understand your history.
So were we saying that I should put the box back? Did you touch our thingy, mister? Did you touch our thingy? I mean, I can put it back. It's not currently recording, but so there's nothing coming from it, but I will put it back. And the light came on in there again, so both lights have come on. My God.
So I guess we'll put that down to just you. Just sometimes you manage to just be outside of its range, and sometimes you're just in it. So we've had some blips when we were talking at the throughout, but it did seem that it petered off. It got to a point where there was not really anything, no response to any questions or the same things that had elicited a response the first time.
Yeah, we can walk around it. That went to 3 for a second. I didn't even see that. We're missing so much because we're like looking at each other, looking at the chart.
I mean, I can walk around with the EMF.
The
I just
issue
won't be
that
able
we
to take
would
my
have
phone.
there is record. I will have to. So I'm going to be kind of with him, but not with him.
It should have enough charge for us to do this.
Who knows? Because it's. How do we know what charge it's on?
No,
99. Okay.
I've just got 3 blips.
Just unplug it. Hello, people. It's me. How do I turn it around there? It's still me because it's not turning around. What?
Sir Henry Irving.
Well, I can't see chat as well, guys. That's something to bear in mind.
No, nothing at this end. Nothing at this end, guys, but it did just blip. So guys, it actually just ended our stream. We were live streaming over on Twitch. If you don't follow there already, check it out for more crazy things like this. But what you're actually seeing here is the carry on from the end of the stream, which will probably include most of the stream.
My messages. We're gonna try and go back. Right, we're gonna try and go back streaming.
Put the damn thing.
No, it's going mental again.
Put the damn thing down.
To do with that.
Yep, it's going mental.
Let me see. Oh, I'm getting the one new video as if we are live.
It's going mental still, guys. Nah, don't worry, Spesh. It's my ugly mug and the beautiful Pinky.
Okay, are we back? Yeah, okay, so we had a brief thing where it went mental.
Yeah, we couldn't do anything. The phones were crashing.
We couldn't record. My phone completely shut down, like completely crashed. I couldn't reply to messages.
It went quiet for a little while.
We discovered that when the phones are extremely close...
Yeah, when they're touching it.
Close, I mean...
That close, it puts it to 5.
It does put it to 5, because obviously your phone is giving off...
electrical energy.
However, when we were walking around, Sleuth had his phone further away.
Yeah, I had it at arm's length.
He had it at arm's length, so it wasn't that. It's still going a little crazy. It has calmed down significantly from what it was, although maybe not actually.
I have some recordings though showing how crazy it was. If people are here and able to see. My cat's gone. There we
are
go.
live, because I'm watching the video. It seems to have calmed down a lot. Yeah, we're online.
Yeah, he's calmed down a lot, but there was a point, I think I caught it on the recording, I believe, where it was solid 5. It was just a solid 5 constantly. But you can tell when it's phone interference because even the first light, look at it.
There we go. That's not phone.
It's going crazy.
No, it's not.
We might lose the stream again.
The temperature currently, I know I was asked, was it is 25.6. Why am I going over there? Oh my god, how to... Oh, it's gone off now. Hang on. Oh.
So it wasn't your phone's? No. So I will demonstrate how close you have to get for your phone to affect it. There you go. And look, even the first green light is flashing, which shows that it is electrical interference.
But we're miles away now.
Yeah, I'm literally 3/4 of the way up my bed. And it has hit 5 since we've been back.
And it's worth bearing in mind as well that the phone was very close to the EMF the whole time it was on the desk.
Yeah, because you guys, so you guys could keep an eye on it for us.
So you guys could keep an eye on it, and it was not doing the same thing. Maybe softly apologise and stay near it.
We've been apologising, believe me.
Yeah, we have.
But we've literally...
We feel...
Did someone just collapse? That sounded like someone fell.
Guys, I don't know if you can hear that. We can now hear what sounds like tapping. That light came on, that's because Sleuth walked past here. She's just going to check outside, make sure. Oh no, I don't know what it's doing. Well, we kind of thought perhaps he... Oh, hello, you can see me in the mirror. Perhaps he didn't know that he'd passed away.
Yeah, we got a heavy reading when we were informing
When we were informing him about that and giving him information about that, it was going crazy. It was really, really strong. Yeah, so possibly he was like pacing and ranting and raving or whatever. As you can see, it's still... We are miles away. We are so far away. We're at the
I'm
other
against
end
my
of the
headboard.
bed. You can see in the mirror, in fact, how far away we are.
I am laid back.
Um,
It's been a weird situation, I've got to say.
I did not expect it.
We'll probably cover this in a recording somewhere in the hotel. When we go for a wander through the different floors and...
Reminds you of a game. Is it Phasmophobia, maybe?
But
Dead of Night?
we
that doesn't sound like a promising...
We just wanted to basically come back live.
So you knew we weren't
So that you knew we were fine. We were getting messages on Discord, through text, all sorts of things asking if we were okay.
Look it up quick.
We are okay. We are still experiencing the weird jumps. But as you can see, it does seem to go through phases of calming down.
Oh, I remember. That's a good point.
Which could be perhaps quiet thought. And the blips could be pacing past it.
Dead of Night. At Dead of Night.
That's a nice foot, just saying. Thank you.
Listen.
Those are some nice Pringles. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
As you can see, it has stopped.
Initial release date. Oh, well, I'm just seeing like a picture from it and I'm not... Like a screen grab or something. I don't want people poking around the
door. You thought we'd been poltergeist? We're okay. We're okay. We're just curious. Because we thought we'd cracked it when I was like doing this with my phone over the EMF and it was right above it and I was like, that's it, that's the spikes. But then we realised after reviewing the recording that we were not that close to the phone and that when held at the same distance it didn't do it. Around here. From myself and Pinky.
Oh, you agree with me, Will?
From myself and Pinky, we will bid thee farewell. We're going to decide what we want to do. We might go grab a drink from the bar. It's going mental again. And my phone's...
Oh, does he not want us to go?
So Henry Irving, would you rather that we did not leave the room?
Oh my god, imagine there's something horrible in the bar. And he's trying to stop us going to the bar. It's going, guys, it's...
We'll be back. We're going to take the EMF with us, of course.
Of course we are.
But we will do some more recording tomorrow. And then, we'll be hopefully still alive to carry on the normal streaming schedules.